Alright, YouTube. So today we're going to be reviewing Comodo Internet Security version 7, the final release. I think it was about a month ago I did a review on the release candidate, or an evaluation I should say, and it performed very well. So they have released their final version. Now, I have not altered anything with the program itself at all. This is the default user interface, what you get when you install it. Oh, I'm sorry, the only thing I did alter was, I think I did at least, nope, I did not. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to uncheck, I'll leave it for now, but I probably will end up unchecking that play system or play the sound when alerts found or play the alert sound. It gets very annoying very fast. It's not as subtle as Avast or some of the programs out there. It's very kind of harsh, and I don't like it at all. I wish they would change the sound. I mean, I like the sound concept. I just don't like how what sound they use. It's a very harsh type of sound, and it's kind of startling at times. And, you know, when you're not expecting it, or if your speakers are turned way up, and it is very loud too. All right. Anyways, getting to the program, the meat and potatoes of it. User interface. It's very nice. There was a lot of complaints about version 6 when that was released on the user interface, and how it was a lot of wasted space, and people did not like it whatsoever. I didn't particularly care. I thought the user interface of version 6, the original one, was fine. But this is much better. I do like this a lot better. You got your game mode right here, your security status. Some people are still griping about how this is a waste of space. Personally, it doesn't bother me. There is another option we will show you in just a second, but finishing with this first, you got your detected threats, tells you your antivirus status. You got your network intrusion section right here with your firewall, and then your firewall status. And then you got your update status right over here. It tells you your product version, database version, and so on, and your blocked intrusions right there. So this is, like I said, a nice interface, but I do prefer this one right here. This gives you more detailed view. This is for more advanced users on what is going on in the program. If you click tasks, it swings around and will give you more options. You can go through the general tasks, firewall tasks, sandbox tasks, and advanced tasks. If we click open advanced settings, you will see we have a whole bunch of different options here. You can really fine-tune this program to work for your needs or someone else's needs if you're installing it for them. A new major feature in this program is virus scope right here. I did have it enabled on my systems for a while. However, I did notice that there are some glitches or bugs with virus scope where it was actually blocking a couple things that I couldn't seem to get it to unblock no matter what I did. So I just disabled it for now. But this is brand new, and there's bound to be bugs with it. So I anticipate Comodo will get that fixed within the next release, or at least the majority of the bugs will be fixed. They've really done a good job of always doing that and getting things fixed very quick, especially for being a free program. You can sandbox an application using this right here. Different options for the shared space folder. You got firewall settings right here. Application rules, all different firewall settings right there. They have also introduced web filtering in this version. And if we go down to file rating system or file rating settings, they have cloud lookup as usual. That's nothing new there. Oh, one more thing I want to show you guys quick. The user interface. They have introduced themes again. So if you go over to, let's say, modern theme and click OK, this is my personal favorite. We can go ahead and close that out, exit the program, and reopen it, and the modern theme will now be enabled. I prefer this theme over the other theme just because it's kind of a little bit different. I'll probably go back and forth once or twice, probably a lot, but I like them both. So anyways, that's a little bit into the program. If I'm forgetting anything, I'll probably remember it halfway through the test, and we'll talk about it then. So let me go and grab a notepad file over here and put some numbers on here. Okay. No, not 34. There we go. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw some about 10 malicious URLs at the program using various malware sites, malware hosting sites. I guess I don't know what you'd call them. We'll start out with the malware domain list here. Very common, very well known. Typically things go up and down quite frequently on there. Let me make sure that I am on my VPN here. And it looks like I am, judging by the fact that I was redirected to Yahoo UK. So very good, very good. All right, let's see. Let's start out with an exploit kit here. Just make sure that all the systems are enabled. Yep, everything's set at default. Everything's enabled. We'll check for updates one more time. Make sure everything's up to date. All right, programs are all up to date. Let's begin the test. Okay, that one looks like it's dead. Not much of a shock there. Let's try this one right here. Okay, looks like that one's alive. And we're gonna go ahead and run it. Oh, gotta disable that. Download unzip file. I'm gonna go in and turn off Smart Screen Filter here, so we don't have to deal with that. All right, so Comodo has detected that. And now, last time I know I was complaining about the Geek Buddy alerts, and I just want to rephrase kind of, I don't know if there's any misunderstanding with that. I understand that Comodo, because they offer this program for free, they have to make their money somewhere. And this is kind of their way of advertising. So if they need to, if this is their way of, like I was saying, basically saying earlier, advertising, then I prefer this over some of the other ways, such as what Avast does, where they put advertisements in their user interface, or AVG. I really don't like that at all. So if this is all they're doing and this is how they're making their money, great, kudos to them. This is a great way to do it. I don't mind it if that's what their intention is. I'd rather them keep the user interface clean and nice and neat without having extra clutter such as advertisements like their Geek Buddy service or anything like that. So I do like the fact that you can check the box. I wish there was an option in the user interface to turn it off direct within there instead of having to wait until you get a piece of malware or go and download like a test file or something like that in order to prompt the screen or prompt the virus engine to launch this dialog box. But it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. You just check the little box. I will clean the threat myself, and it was thrown off in a quarantine. Not a big deal. So, getting back to the test. Number 1 was blocked. All right, try and retry. It's just going to keep saying it's moved or deleted. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We'll close out of that, and we'll go back and let's try a different one here. Amazon phishing. That doesn't sound too exciting. Let's try this one right here. Okay, so it looks like the web filter has blocked this one, and it doesn't even give you an option to go to or it doesn't give you a button, I should say, to proceed to the website. It basically is just saying it's been blocked. So it's kind of nice in the way that people won't accidentally click or allow or bypass it just because they think they know what they're getting into. So it's really quite a nice feature that Comodo introduced. You actually have to go into the user interface and physically disable it before going to that website, I should say. Okay, so number 2 was blocked, and now we're running number 3. Okay, and it looks like number 3 was blocked also. Yep, it is not working, so number 3 was blocked. Okay, moving on to number 4. Number 4. Okay, number 4 was blocked. Was that the same one that I just did? No, okay. That was a Trojan injector. Alright, so number 4 was blocked. Okay, let's go ahead, and I think that's enough with malware domain list here. They seem to be blocking the majority of things. Let's move on to malcode and see if we can get some stuff to actually go through the antivirus engine here. So this is number 5. Okay, so here this is Comodo's behavior blocker. Now, this is kind of an important screen here. So if you come across this screen and basically you don't know what to do, the best option would be, if this just pops up randomly, is to hit block. If you're trying to install a program that you necessarily don't know is safe or not, then obviously the default option is your best bet. If you know for a 100% fact that it is safe, then you want to go run unlimited. I usually avoid telling people to use this just because some people will say, oh, well, I know this program is safe. I'm downloading it from this website, or why would this program harm my computer? So the best bet is always to run as isolated. Considering that's the default in Comodo here, in my tests I always choose the default. That's what we're going to do today. We are going to run isolated. Okay, so it looks like it's going to install something here. It's trying to run something else. We will run isolated. It is now going to run it inside the sandbox, which is an isolated environment that the system... Oh, and it looks like it has... Okay, so it looks like the program has crashed, or the sandbox has disallowed certain areas of the system. Certain areas... Oh my god, can I talk again today? Holy crap. The program must have been disallowed certain areas of the system, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to describe it as best as possible. Okay, so that one was dead. I think number 5, we're going to count that as a miss, but it was sandboxed. So I'll put that on there. Let's go to, I don't know if I did that one at all. It doesn't look like it. Let's try this one then. Okay, so this will be number 6 then. Alright, so we're downloading number 6. We'll copy this link to save some time. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and run as isolated. This is number 6 once again. Run isolated. I don't know why it's popping up twice. Okay, accept and install. Accept and install. Hopefully it's not a downloader. Okay, so it looks like number 6 was missed. However, it was sandboxed. And of course, like I suspected, it is going to download the installation files. Awesome. Sucking up the bandwidth. Okay, let's move on. Hopefully it won't take up too much. This is going to be number 7 now. Okay, so it looks like it couldn't access the internet for some reason, which probably is related to Comodo blocking it, which is very good. So, moving on here, letting this one download. Alright, so this one is unknown to Comodo, so we're going to go ahead and run isolated. We will run isolated again. Okay, it looks like it dropped an icon down here on our taskbar. And I assume it dropped one on our desktop also. So we're going to count number 7 as a miss, and it was sandboxed. Okay, moving on here. Let's go ahead and go over to the malware blacklist now. See what they have to offer. Okay, looks like we have something running down here in our task tray. Okay, let's try this one right here. This is going to be number 8, I believe. Yep, number 8. Hopefully I will not have to edit this video. Alright, so that one was blocked. Number 8 was blocked. And moving on to number 9. Let's try... It looks like a Java exploit. I don't have Java on there, or on this computer. Let's try this one right here. Email extractor. I have no idea why anyone would download an email extractor. Alright, that one was detected. And last but not least, number 10. Let's do b6.exe. It just, I don't know why anyone would download that either. Typically you don't download it, typically it's bundled with stuff. And it was blocked by Comodo antivirus. So, it looks like we have blocked, looks like it only missed 3 of them. So 8 out of 10, I'm sorry, 7 out of 10 is not that bad. So we blocked 7 of them, not bad at all. Okay, well, let's just make sure this one's not going to run. Yep, moved to deleted. Awesome. So we got this thing down here, and then we got that running in there. Now, a lot of people are saying that, oh, you can empty their sandbox by going to tasks and clicking the reset sandbox button. If you click that, it does not, notice how it didn't erase that, and it didn't erase any of the stuff going on over here. This reset sandbox right down here is only associated with the fully virtualized sandbox and the full virtualization. It's not associated with any of the other sandbox levels. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. So basically fully virtualized is the only option that will allow that button to work. Partially limited, limited, restricted, untrusted will not work with that button. That is not what that function is for. So just kind of want to clear that up. I noticed a lot of tests out there that people are saying, oh, they'll reset the sandbox to dump everything out. That's not going to dump everything out of the sandbox because it's not actually in the fully virtualized sandbox. It's just being restricted on which areas of the system it can access, if that makes any sense. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead, I'm going to disable the antivirus, and we're going to, let's see, we'll do 60 minutes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and extract files here to the desktop. And then we're going to run a right-click scan with Comodo, and it shouldn't take too terribly long. We'll see. Okay. All right, YouTube. So I'm back, and it looks like Comodo has cleaned up everything. I should say I cleaned up everything. It finished scanning. So I click the apply selected actions, all of which selected to clean, and it looks like it has removed all the threats. So what we're going to do now is we're going to close that out. I'm going to do one more scan just to be sure that it's detected everything, because once in a while with antivirus programs you will get a few more detections just like this, and we will go ahead and remove anything found. However, this seems like a lot for a second scan. I don't know why I did not find this the first time. So we're going to go ahead and wait for this to finish. Looks like it's going pretty quick though. 20 additional threats. It's quite interesting. Okay, so we'll go ahead and apply selected actions. Looks like it has done that. We'll do one more and just keep scanning until, okay, nothing has been found. So we started out with 500 threats, and it looks like we now have 52 files remaining. So let's go ahead, grab my calculator, wherever that would be. Here it is. Okay, so let's go 500 minus 52 divided by 500 will give us, that is not correct. What in the world did I do wrong there? 500 minus 52 equal, oh, sorry, I forgot to do that. Divided by 500. Okay, so it looks like a detection rate of 89%. Helps me to equals first. Okay, so we have a detection rate, like I said, of 89%. Pretty good, almost 90%. That's actually very, very good for an antivirus program. What we're going to do now is we're going to open up the folder. Actually, first, before I do that, probably should re-enable the antivirus here. Okay, so antivirus has been re-enabled. It says our system is secure. Open up the folder. We'll scroll through. Let the real-time scanner pick anything up that it wants to. And we're going to run about 5, 10, maybe 15 of these links. We'll just keep going until either the system is bogged down to the point where we can't run any more links, or we feel that, or I should say that I feel I have a very good result, and that Comodo has performed very well, and that it will continue to perform well no matter how much malware is thrown at it. So let's start with this one right here. This will be number 1. Okay, so I'm going to run isolated. Run isolated again. This will be number 2 then. That one has been automatically isolated inside the sandbox as partially limited. And this will be number 3. This will be number 4. This will be number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10. This is number 11. Number 12. Looks like it crashed. This is number 13. This is number 14. And this is number 15. And I think that's a pretty good, should give you guys a pretty good idea of how this program is going to react towards unknown malicious applications. So, let's go ahead, open up Comodo and see what's going on. We have 26 unrecognized files, 59 intrusion detections. Let's go ahead and I suppose we'll restart the computer. This might clear some of the sandbox out, but I don't think it's going to clear all the files out. But we will certainly see. So once the computer is finished rebooting, we're going to do a scan with Comodo. We're going to do a quick scan. And then we're going to go ahead and do a scan with Malwarebytes. See what that finds. Okay, so it looks like that this, whatever you want to call it, icon is not popping up anymore. So that's quite interesting. It looks like it may have prevented that from installing fully, and so far we have 0 intrusion, blocked intrusions. So that's pretty good. Alright, so we're going to click scan, and we're going to do a quick scan. And the quick scans have been really fast in the past when doing certain, oh, look at that, 5 seconds, there's a quick scan. Not bad at all. Okay, let's go ahead, delete the folders of malware from the desktop here, and the recycle bin. I'm going to launch Malwarebytes. We're going to go ahead and run a quick scan with Malwarebytes. Now I'm anticipating that this is just a piece of adware down here. Well, I don't know if it's really adware, more of just, I don't know, I don't think it's that serious of a threat. Looks like some little program that somebody whipped up in their garage or something like that. And this Malwarebytes scan shouldn't take too long at all. So far it looks like Comodo did a fantastic job at protecting the system, even against unknown malware. And the next video I'm going to make on Comodo, well, after I do a couple other videos on such Kaspersky's 2015 beta, which I was requested to review. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm also going to put the final nail in the coffin with my browser security test. We're going to go ahead and test Google Chrome and see how well Google Chrome can protect your system against malicious URLs. So that'll be quite interesting to see that. And I am looking forward to doing a test on Comodo's fully virtualized sandbox. I anticipate everything's going to get blocked. I would be very shocked if any remnants of malware were left behind on the system. I would be extremely shocked if that would happen. Because I actually have my virtual machine running inside of Comodo Sandbox right now while doing this test. You can call me paranoid if you want, but I just prefer to be safe than sorry when it comes to dealing with malware and stuff like this, especially doing these tests. So I figure if it gets through one virtualization program, then the other one should catch it and keep it contained. So it looks like we have one object detected here. It looks like the scan is taking a little bit longer, probably because I left the real-time scanner of Comodo enabled, so well, Malwarebytes is scanning things, Comodo is sitting in the background trying to scan everything Malwarebytes is scanning. So essentially it's kind of like running 2 scans at once. But it shouldn't take too much longer here. There we go, looks like it's finally scanning additional items. And the scan is finished. Found one item on the system. See what the results are. And like I said, it was a potential unwanted program. Rapid down, whatever that is. I've never heard of that one before. And it looks like it's just in the temp folder. So next time you were to empty your temporary files, it would end up getting deleted and there would be no sort of infection on the system whatsoever. So bottom line, this version of Comodo did a fantastic, oh my god. I have not had anything to drink tonight at all. Comodo did a fantastic job, there we go, at protecting the system. Their new features, such as VirusScope, show much promise in keeping the system safe, and they've always had a great firewall, always have had a great sandbox that seems to continue to improve and I hope they continue to improve it in the future. So I very highly recommend this program. I recommend this program to multiple people, none of which have complained. I have read complaints online of people saying it's over secure, or it's causing problems with the system. Well, you know what? You don't have to use it. If you don't like it, then don't use it. There are other solutions out there, and you're not going to hurt my feelings. You're not going to hurt anyone else's feelings if you choose not to use it. But obviously, the test results speak for themselves. It blocked pretty much all the malware. It actually blocked all the malware except for that piece of adware, which is not too big of a deal at all. So that's pretty much it. I'll stop rambling now. You guys can make your own decisions. Comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. All right. Talk to you later.